Good morning and happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the TerryTracker channel. You're joining me as we're heading for a COVID test. I've been in contact, I got contacted by COVID Track and Trace to say that I'd been in contact with a positive case and that I had to self-isolate until today. Hence, I've done a different type of video yesterday. Sorry, I'll just turn it down. I've done a different type of video yesterday, just whilst I was lying in bed. Nothing else to do. And now that my isolation period is finished, I need to go for a test to see if I've picked it up. So that's where we're heading now. If the test comes positive, I'll have to isolate for about 10 days. Wow. Horrible. I have to do this secretly because you're not really supposed to film this, and that was awful. Well, that's another COVID test taken. Fingers crossed it's negative, but there's a strong possibility it's going to be positive. And if it is, it means I've contracted COVID in the last 4 or 5 days when I had contact with a positive COVID case. So that means I'm right at the very start of it, if it becomes positive. Fingers crossed it's not. Yeah. But I'm advised to stay at home until I get the results. So that's where we're going now. Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. And it's a happy day for me. Why? Because I got a negative COVID test. Just to put you in the picture, I got contacted that I was in contact with a positive COVID case. So I had to go into self-isolation until today. So yesterday, just to be double sure, I took another COVID test. I already took a COVID test last Thursday, which was negative. I took another COVID test yesterday, and at 5:20 this morning, so the scientists must be working around the clock, I got a negative test. So I'm free. Cue the singing. Yeah, I'm free, free falling. Anywho, I'm allowed out, so I'm in the van, and it's raining. The time I was in isolation since last Thursday, it's been dry weather. Typical. Anywho, we shall see what we can do today. We're going to have to go out for a walk with Gypsy later because she's been desperate. We've only been letting her out in the garden and what have you. So yeah, wait for the rain to end, and then we'll go out for a little wander and a procrastination. This is so typical. The rain, you might be able to hear it against the windscreen, it's got harder. Now that I'm free to go out and make videos and go a place, well, not really go anywhere because we still are in lockdown, but I'm allowed out the house. It rains, and it rains harder. It's never rained whilst I was in isolation. Yeah, my luck. It's a few hours after I picked the camera up today, and the weather hasn't changed. It's still raining. It's meant to rain for a while, to be fair. It's some storm or something that we're getting in the UK coming over. So we'll see what the next few days brings. I will try my best to keep videoing. I have missed a couple of days due to COVID and getting a ping on from Track and Trace to say I had to isolate. I had, obviously you've seen, a test, and I'm negative, so I'm allowed out. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. So I'm going to try and do a couple of drive-by geocaches just for something to do, because look at the weather, look. I'm going to try and catch up to where I was before I got rudely interrupted by asthma the other day, and then how dare COVID get in the way also. So that's where we're going now. We're going back to Cramlington to see if we can do a couple of drive-by geocaches. Obviously I don't need to climb that big hill anymore, the one that caused my asthma attack. That one has been done. So come on then, let's go have a little wander. I've done it again, folks. Mud, inappropriate footwear. But these are my good boots, so I want to try and keep them as clean as possible. David, bingo. Awooga, awooga, awooga. Well, that's the path. I'm walking on this stuff because I don't want to ruin, well, they're already a bit wet, my boots. But I've also found this little cut through the tree, so that's where I'm going. Whoa, this stream that runs right through the middle of Cramlington is normally just a trickle, but because of all the rain and snow and bad weather we're having, look at it now, it's like a proper river. And when you get to this side, look at this. Wow. Normally there's that little water, you can normally just walk straight across there. Or even across those steppies there and up the other side. Not today. Wow. Well, found the next one. But yeah, I've been mud surfing. Luckily this time I didn't fall over. Let's put that back and try and get down here, which, if you have a look, is quite a steep incline. Well, I've done a little bit more mud surfing. Luckily didn't end up on my butt. I literally just surfed the mud. Still raining, as you can see. And I'm going to say it one more time. In fact, I'm not. I'm going to say one word and David would know exactly what I mean. Bingo. This one I'm going to now is a bit of a nemesis of mine. I've tried a couple of times and haven't been able to find it. It's on that black pit tub and it will be a black magnetic nano stuck to it. So I'll try one more time. And you know what? Still one of my nemesis. This is. It's raining, so I don't want to crawl around on the floor, but I think it's underneath it somewhere. I'll come back when it's dry. I will get you. And I've just heard on the radio that the northeast of England, where I live, is under a yellow warning for high rains and flooding till Thursday. It's Tuesday. We're gonna have a wet few days, I think. Game of tennis, anyone? Anywho, this next one is called, don't know what it's called, but I know the hint is doing the pit, lads, which means down the pit, boys, or down the pit, men. And that is a pit wheel in the middle of the garden. Now, the last person to try and find this logged it as a DNF, didn't find, and said they found a smashed container where they thought it should have been. So, not looking hopeful for this one, but we'll have a look, eh? It's in a nice little garden. The history board with the mining heritage of Cramlington on it. And there's the top of a mining wheel that was at the top of, I don't know what they call it, like the tower. Well, after a bit searching around, I found this. So I'm not sure if that's the cache or not. I've just messaged the owner to see if it is, and if it is, you can do some maintenance on it. But a lovely little garden. Look at this. Very nice. Now back to the car because it's soaking. The water is dripping off my head. As you can see, I am soaked through. All for you. It's still wet. It's now dark. I'm gonna go home and take Gypsy for a walk. Yeah. Yep. Dark and wet. I'm cold. I'm wet. I'm gonna have some soup and I'm gonna call it a day. So I'll see you all tomorrow, folks. Now it's time to do your job. Did you hear Emma trying to shout in the background there? Didn't work. Didn't work.